Did you guys miss me from last week? I heard James rocked it. Yay!
I certainly missed you from last week, Erlinda. Thank you for being back. Really, thank you for being back. It was 2 weeks ago.
I know. Oh my gosh. Well, it's interesting because 2 weeks in a book club like this seemed like forever. I don't know if anybody else has felt that way, but really it's been a long time. So welcome back, James. It's great to have you and to be here and to really be here present with you. So thanks for being here and thanks for taking the time. While we're waiting for people to join, as you know, we take a minute or two to let people join. I wanted to give a couple logistical things. So first of all, welcome. Don't forget to like my fan page, Erlinda Vo. It's where we go live each week with the Get Rich Book Club. It's on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central. You can also join our closed Get Rich Book Club group on Facebook to share more privately and become part of our community. And if you want to be part of our Money Mantra text messages, feel free to text message 33222 and just text GRBC. Welcome back, James. That's funny. Oh, I missed you. Okay, you guys. Well, first of all, what is this book club and why are we doing it? And our specific intention is to align your energy and our own energy with what you are creating for your own income, wealth, and abundance. So that's what our intention is. And we're just going to wait here until we get a couple of viewers on. Hold on a moment, and then we'll have James introduce himself.
Well, you need to introduce yourself too.
Okay, well, this time I gave you first introduction, and then I was going to introduce myself. But I'll switch it. It's okay, because my agenda is probably all messed up anyways. Okay, hi, welcome. It's Erlinda Vo, and I'm the Energy Alchemist. I am so profoundly grateful that you're here today. We have a really, really great and awesome hour that we're creating today for a book club. We have some real stuff that we're going to be talking about and some real shares. So again, it's Erlinda Vo, the Energy Alchemist. Welcome. Go ahead, James.
Hi, everybody. My name is James VanHofwegen. I am a realtor here in Chicago. I help people fulfill their dreams through real estate. So Erlinda, thank you for coming back. And it's been a couple weeks, and thank you for everybody who's on right now, and everybody who watched a couple weeks ago. And hope everybody had a happy Easter, a happy Passover, and whatever else you may have celebrated last Sunday or last weekend. We really appreciate everybody in the space that they went through over the last couple weeks. And before we really get into some good stuff, why don't we do a quick recap of a couple weeks ago, just to represent everybody to what we touched on last time. So the last chapter 6, was your mental moneymaker, right? As I need to look it up.
Did you forget what you did all last week or 2 weeks ago by yourself, James?
Hey, we're going to get into some stuff.
Hi, Carrie. Welcome. It's so great to have you here. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. James, get to the point. Come on. What are some of the recaps? Because this is okay. Okay. First of all, I don't know, James, did you, when you were going to read this chapter for this book club, did you like this chapter? Be honest.
The chapter 7 or chapter 6?
Chapter 7.
Chapter 7. No. No.
It makes two of us. So you guys, I just to be full disclosure, it took everything in both of our worlds to get on this call today, okay? So wherever you are, it's okay. James is going to do a little recap, just a couple things from before, and then we're going to get straight into this chapter because there was so much resistance on my part and on James's part. We know that there's some stuff going on over there, maybe or maybe not. If you're not, no worries, okay? This is a great chapter, and we are excited to dive into it because there was some things that came up for James and I, and it was kind of a doozy. So go ahead, James, give us the recap for chapter 6.
Yeah, thank you. So chapter 6, what you focus on, you create more of, right? Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us. When you worry about something, it's like praying for stuff that you don't want. Again, we're recapping chapter 6, what we did a couple weeks back. The thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that we don't consciously reject, we unconsciously accept. I'll say that again. The thoughts, beliefs, and emotions we don't consciously reject, we unconsciously accept.
Yeah. Do you have an example of that, James?
Let's save that for later.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah. The big thing from a couple weeks back, got to stretch your imagination, right? Got to really let your imagination go. Riches come to those who believe that anything is possible, even when all signs point to no way in hell. Like today. Today was a no way in hell kind of day, you guys. And I don't know if maybe, Rebecca, Carey, or anybody else, if you've been in that space today or in the past couple weeks, but today was one of those days. So if you want to change your life, you must be more available for the ridiculous than your reality. Okay? So stretch your imagination and be more available for something ridiculous to occur than what your current reality dictates. When it comes to changing your life, if you're not scared, you're doing something wrong. Erlinda, you want to?
Or if you're not texting in the morning, I don't think I could do book club today. Right, you guys, we're in this book club with you. So if you are just getting started with us, or if you have been on this journey with us, you may be up, you may be down, you might be like all around. Okay, I know that we've been through like up and down and all around for like the last month, for a couple weeks. And this morning it was that. It's like when it comes time to changing your life, if you're not scared, you're doing something wrong. And I know for both James and I didn't think emotions would come up so soon, but I know in the last 2 weeks, like I've kind of been really scared. Like, oh my God, we are up to creating something for our lives and for the people around us in our community, right? And it's terrifying. And I don't mean that like to scare people or whatnot, because causing your life is great, right? But being scared also gives you this kind of element of like, oh my God, let's do this. Like when I got a text this morning, it was early in the morning. I don't think I could do book club today, right? Yeah, feeling like I'm not moving forward, right? Or, oh my God, this is too much. Like wherever you are, it's okay. We're on the roller coaster. You probably forgot in the beginning, I said, we're on a roller coaster, stay on the ride, right? Make sure you're buckled up. We're on the roller coaster. And trust me, today we were both like, let's just forget it. And if we didn't have people already committed out there waiting for this conversation, we probably would have given up. But that's the importance of creating a community. So James wants to talk a little bit about a side note right now that we kind of discovered as we were clearing today. James, you want to kind of talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, thank you, Rebecca, Carey, Sarah. Hi. Thank you guys for jumping in, sharing your comments. Please participate as actively as you feel like doing. When you post comments, it helps us to interact with you and really provide as much value as we can. So please do that. The conversation I wanted to have quickly was one about acceleration. Before each week, Erlinda and I come on and review each chapter and do the book club with you guys. We take a few minutes beforehand to kind of just get in each other's worlds, say what there is to say, and talk a little bit. And today I said to Erlinda, I said, man, it feels like the last 3 months was like 9 to 12 months condensed. And Erlinda said something, and I was like, "Wow, you're so right." When you're up to something and you're creating stuff and you're moving through transition and you're aligning, you're actualizing the desires that you created and you're fulfilling, life has a way of speeding up, right? Is it this way? Is that clockwise? Whatever. I'm trying to do it backwards in case the camera's there, whatever. But life has been accelerating, right? So not just in the actualization of our desires. For me personally, I'll just speak for myself, but the actualization of my desires has been accelerating exponentially, okay? And for anybody who has done any other kind of, I don't know, introspective work at all, right? What we tend to experience is that when we create a desire, what sometimes shows up is the not that, right? So the antithesis of our desire tends to show up sometimes. And some people call that the contrast. Mm. So what we've been experiencing is the acceleration of what I've been experiencing is not just the acceleration of the actualization and manifestation of my desire, but also the contrast. And today, like you guys, the last 24 hours has been like a sledgehammer in terms of thinking that something was my desire being actualized, and then finding out, wham, it was actually contrast. And thank goodness, right, that it sped up so fast and that it came so quickly. But sometimes, you guys, it hits kind of hard, hit me really hard. And then, right, carried that over. This morning, I woke up, well, I didn't wake up, I was awake since like 3:30 this morning. It's a different story. But I texted Erlinda, I was like, I'm a wreck, I can't do this. And she said whatever she said, and I was like, all right, we'll be all right, just let's go. So so if any of you guys are in that space of acceleration, of feeling like someone just like slammed on the gas pedal and your life just kind of took off, right? If stuff, we had a few big events in the last couple of weeks, right? A couple close people in our circle of friends passed with really without any kind of notice or understanding really of how it happened. And then another friend of ours gave birth. So it's been, right, and then personal relationships, professional development, professional relationships, all of those things coming together. And
all right, what James is trying to say is, look, okay, we got on this game, and when we created this game, we didn't quite know what we were creating, but we started speeding up the results in our life, okay? Yeah. Things started happening, things started moving, and you might have had the same experience, okay? Look, wherever you are is okay. We're not saying you have to be in the same space as we are. We are just sharing authentically where we are, okay? Because we really, really are taking this on, okay? And look, when you start to manifest your desires, and there starts to it speeds up. It's like, whoa, this happens. Oh my God, that connection happens. This happens, right? Life also happens. Death happens. Birth happens. Friendships disappear. All of this stuff starts to, occur. And the more that you start to live and true up to your true desires, the contrast and the opposite may show up. And what I was explaining, go ahead, James.
Yeah, frozen.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry. Did your video freeze?
No.
You froze for me, so sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
Well, see, what happens is when you're actualizing your design is your video freezes, right? Like life puts the brakes on you, or there's some contrast, right? Here's what you want to get is that the more you visualize and start to have the vibrational frequency of your desires, like the moment something that's not a match for that, it's a contrast, and it starts to show up faster. Like you may notice, like you might have a new relationship and the relationship is going amazing, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's not going amazing. Or you might have the fucking dream. Sorry, did I just curse? Sorry. You might have the dream job of your life, and then like come, a week later, it's no longer your job, right? And so things start to just contrast, okay? And it looks like things are falling apart. So we want to try on that it's not falling apart. It's contrasting so you can keep truing up to your authentic expression. Okay. And just hang out. Yes. Loving the journey. Yes. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Diane. Thanks you guys for being here. So just a couple of things I want to reiterate from last week or 2 weeks ago was, it's not just like, oh, I desire a big house and let me write this like desire down and magically it'll appear, right? You have to create the energetic frequency around having those things, okay? And what you think your energetic frequency for might not be a match. Like you might attract something that might not be a match for it, okay? But the faster that you can speed that up, the clearer and clearer you'll become at what you really desire and what your purpose is for. So as Jen Sincero states, your job is to get your energy aligned, be dead serious about bringing this money in, and take all the actions you know how to take. Okay, so yeah, like sometimes we don't want to move forward. I know sometimes we get stuck in Netflix. I don't know. It's like this vortex around Netflix or something, or Hulu. I used to it was like a vortex for me used to be Netflix or Hulu and ice cream. Now it's just Netflix. So, progress. Okay, here's what we're doing each week or, on the book club. We are upgrading our mindset. And we're demanding of ourselves and the universe that things start to change. Okay? And then instead of insisting everything is out of control, which James and I have felt for the last 2 weeks, and you might have too, it's like, oh my God, we upgraded our mindset. We demanded ourselves and the universe to start changing our lives so we could start bringing our desires to fruition. And then we forgot. And then we're like, why is this happening to me? Oh, God, my life is so horrible. Go ahead, James.
So when you just said that, Erlinda, something clicked for me. I upgraded 3 conversations that I had running the show. And if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about by 3 conversations running the show, that's okay. But they were kind of like what do we call them? It was the Little Prince, right? The Little Prince was running the show. And there were 3
prevalent... For those
of
you just joining, the Little Prince is like the ego. Go ahead.
Yep. So I saw that there was a pattern that I was subject to. And in talking to a friend of mine, he was like, dude, you're just operating on an outdated conversation. He goes, you just haven't upgraded your conversation since you were like 15 or whatever. I'm like, wow, okay. So he goes, it's really simple. Just create the new conversation. And so thanks, Anna. Just create the new conversation. And I created 3 new conversations. And then immediately after I created those 3 conversations, contrast. You guys, that fast. Contrast, boom.
So
out of here onto manifesting the desire.
Okay, so what you saw specifically is you had an outdated conversation. You acknowledged what that conversation was. You altered the conversation in a conversation with somebody else too. You shared it, yes?
I shared.
Or
I
you were
shared
talking
one of the three.
Okay.
Yeah. So the particular conversation that was running the show was particular to romantic relationship. Okay.
Okay.
So
what I want to give people is an access to it. Okay. So there are conversations that you're having. Okay. So what I said was you upgrade your mindset, which is what we're doing. We're in the gym. In this book club, we're upgrading our mindset. Okay. We're demanding of ourselves and the universe that things start to change around here. Okay. And so inside of that, James noticed conversations he had, and he's, like conversations that he had maybe when he was 15, like an old, outdated conversation. So you guys, for yourself, look to see where are your outdated conversations, right? Because we made a demand, universe, we can have our reasons or our excuses, or we can have our desires, right? So the question then, so you can do this too, right? Look to see where are the conversations you have that are outdated and start to upgrade those conversations. So really the question now becomes, and I want you to answer with a yes, a no, maybe I have to think about it. Do you have unshakable faith in yourself and the universe? Woo! I'm lighting some Palo Santo. I'll tell you guys about that in a little bit, but wow. So the question is, do you have unshakable faith in yourself and the universe?
Can I answer that?
No, you're not allowed. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I don't know if I would say after today, after the last 24 hours, yeah, Jessica, and I don't know if it's unshakable. Mine got shaken pretty
to the core.
Yeah. So I don't know. Unshakable, man, that's a tall order. I have faith, but my faith kind of has some limits. Before I'm like, all right, nope, done. I'm out of here. No, can't do it. Bye. I'll see you.
Yeah, or you might have unshakable faith in the universe, but not in yourself, which is what I think for me, what I was dealing with. Oh yeah, for the universe has got my back for sure, but I don't know about unshakable faith in myself, right? So that is the question as we're upgrading. And James and I, in the last 2 weeks, this right here has been shaken to the core, like he said. Okay. And that is a part of the game. That is a part of going to the gym, is to realize how you're not unshakable or how shakeable you are, right? One of the things that Jen states is your faith needs to be mighty, sturdy, because you're flying through some crazy stuff, much of which is trying to knock you off course. The life you've determined to create depends on your rocket not falling apart. And my rocket, honestly, in the last 2 weeks, started, I feel like, crashing and burning and falling apart. And, I was kind of flying through some crazy stuff. And a lot of it was, I mean, you guys, I look good right now. My hair's all done. It's not froey. I look cute. But literally the last 2 weeks have been really, really difficult. Faith, the first thing I did when stuff started hitting the fan, right? I was like, what chapter are we on in book club? Because what's going on here? What is happening? And I saw that it was about faith, right? And I was like, man, I don't know if I have enough faith and strength to carry me through this right now, right? So, I just want to stop and tell you that James and I did not want to continue. We were pushing through some stuff, right? And we created this game, James and I. This is a game for us. We just created it for fun. We wanted to make an impact. We want to give people a clearing so that whatever comes up, they can have a space to really deal with, right? But no matter where you are, if you're just starting or you already quit, like you might have quit already, just jump back on the wagon, okay? We're right here with you. All is good. And you might be going through something, or you might be on the upswing. You might be like, yeah, man, I have unshakable faith and I am rocking the results, okay? So just be here wherever you are. This is another thing she says, and I think it's very, very important. She says, you're up against not only your own bonker beliefs about money, but you'll most likely have people hurling. What is that? Hurling, right? Hurling, like throwing at you. Their crappy fear, doubt, and worry at you like a bunch of wild monkeys. James, will you just say that again? So I think we could get in a little bit and hear it in a different voice.
You're up against not only your bonkers beliefs about money, but you'll most likely have people hurling their crappy fear, doubt, and worry at you like a bunch of wild monkeys. And if you've never seen wild monkeys hurl crap, from what I hear, it's quite a sight. I've never seen it in person, but I've got friends that share this story, and when they're impersonated, they kind of scream while they throw it. It's a sight.
Yeah. So whenever this happens, as you are creating the life that you desire, you have to know that sometimes it's not always rainbows and butterflies. And when it starts, unicorns. And unicorns. Well, yeah, I don't know. Life always has
sometimes
unicorns.
Unicorns, sometimes they don't show up when you want them to. But sometimes they do.
But when life becomes difficult, you stop, okay? And you declare a breakdown. So not in the normal sense that I mean, but what I mean here is that it's a break in the fulfillment of your commitment, okay? So once you say, so when James this morning, early, I don't think I do it, right? It's like, you're not the only one dealing with stuff. I don't want to do it either, right? Like whatever James and my texts were this morning, in essence, we were stopping and we were declaring a breakdown. Okay, there is a breakdown. We do not want to fulfill on our commitment of book club. We're just using this as an example, you guys, okay? And what did we do? We said, okay, we'll do it, and we recommitted. So both James are here, and we have recommitted our vision to being rich, right? To aligning our energy with what we're creating. And we're trusting that every single thing that is happening to us, the contrast and the good stuff, right? Like, I got to go to Prague. How freaking amazing is that, right? Like, oh, but I forgot about that. Once the stuff started hitting the fan, I was like, oh my God, right? Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So really, like, you recommit to your vision, to your commitment. What is it that you're creating? So I want you to write down below, because this is one of the things that Jen says. Well, James, are you recommitting?
I recommitted.
Okay, good. Right now too? Recommitting as an active thing.
I am actively recommitting.
Okay, good. So I want you guys to write, my faith is fierce, fiery, and not fucking around. Let's see if people can spell it like what's her name spells it. I wonder, can I make a comment or no?
Fiery and not fucking around.
I don't think I can make a comment. Can I? Can I make a comment? Or
I don't think we can.
Oh.
I think we're prohibited.
Oh, well.
Unless
all right, you guys. Oh, okay. Watch ourselves. So yeah. My faith is fierce, fiery, and not fucking around. Okay. Literally, this is the happiest, most energetic, most light I've been in the last 2 weeks. Okay. By really just like being uncomfortable, being scared, not wanting to do this and doing it anyways. So thanks, James, for being my partner in this. Okay. Because it really, really matters. Yeah. Thanks, Carrie. Exactly. James, anything you want to say about that?
Oh, so much stuff. Faith. Paige, so I've shared with you guys that every weekend before we get on book club, I reread each chapter. So like I'm going through the book for like the 20 gazillionth time. And today what stood out for me was on page 154 in the middle section, it says the test of faith is like playing chicken with the universe. I don't know if you guys ever played chicken. Maybe Rebecca's censoring herself a little bit.
It's good.
That's all right. So I don't know if you guys ever played chicken, but what chicken is typically it involves cars. You speed cars or bicycles if you're an underage teenage boy, and you race toward each other. In the last person to or the first person to flinch or steer off course loses. So a test of faith is like playing chicken with the universe. So how far are you willing to just stare the universe, stare whatever it is, be it your personal fears or doubts or Little Prince, the limiting beliefs. How far are you willing to go to stare those things in the face and not flinch? I was ready to veer off course today and last night. And where, what Erlinda just pointed to in her sharing that this is the lightest she's been in the last 2 weeks, as far as being energetic is concerned. When you're up against it, you guys, you'll have the sense of feeling tired and or like you may eat more, you may eat nothing at all, you may sleep a lot, or you might not be able to sleep, right? You'll be probably on one side or the other. Realize that's that contrast. That's you playing chicken with the universe, saying, hey, buddy, no, this is the way it's going to be. You think based on what I said before, it's going to go that. No, we changed it. Now it's this, and we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to happen, right? So when I upgraded those conversations that I talked about, right, universe was like, whoa, buddy, we got stuff in motion here. What are you doing? And I'm like, nope, this is the way it's going to be. And then contrast, right? So I'm staring the universe in the face saying, look, no, we're not doing that anymore, right? And Erlinda's going through it in her own way, and if she wants to share that, it's up to her, but we're both going through it. And it does help to have support going through it. And you might not feel like you got support, which is kind of why we created the closed Facebook group, right? So, if you're going through something and you could use a helping hand or a shoulder or an ear, you might have some support that you might not have known was there. Faith. I would never have considered myself a man of faith. Never. Until maybe 2-3 months ago. And now I can't not have faith. Because once I give up my faith, I'm dead. Like emotionally and spiritually, and I lose that drive. So if your faith got shaken, that's okay. Perfectly normal. What's your desire? What's your desire? What's your desire?
I wanna take a little kind of mini side break here for a second, okay? I want to talk about Mercury in retrograde. I know I put in the agenda 2 weeks ago for James to make a little humorous joke about Mercury's in retrograde. Thus, I couldn't get on from the plane, which is funny because I was totally fine on the plane on the internet, and then all of a sudden my internet doesn't work at all during book club, right? So I want to talk a little bit about Mercury in retrograde. You know, you can look it up. There's a lot of different conversations out there about it, research and stuff, but there's a lot of breakdowns in communication, okay? There's a lot of breakdowns in technology. There's a lot of breakdowns in like contracts and different things like this. I like to look at this. It's something you don't have to necessarily be scared of or annoyed with. It's really an opportunity for anything that you are not dealing with to arise so that you can deal with it, okay? So I want to give us then, like, this is something we're dealing with right now, right? We are dealing with Mercury's in retrograde. We're dealing with a whole big conversation on faith. We're dealing with, if you remember, we were talking about the cocktail of creation, right? The ingredients of creation that we had talked to, or James was talking about 2 weeks ago, right? And so as we're talking about this, like, ingredients for creation, and now all of a sudden breakdowns are happening. Yes, Mercury. Exactly. And it's a time to bring forth all that contrast, right? And anything that's not working, for you to deal with it, for you to work with it, for you to, you know, have all of that so that you can deal with it, right? So I wanted just to take a little pause here and just have us take a minute and just get present, okay? So you just get present in your body and just, we took time out of our Sundays to be here at 4 o'clock on this, 4 o'clock Central on a Sunday. We're here because this is the gym to upgrading our mindset, right? For money, wealth, abundance, health, relationships. So just take a pause and just take a couple breaths. Just notice all the tiredness. Notice the conversations that are in your head. Notice all of the kind of stress that you've been dealing with, or, excitement. If you've been wondering what I've been lighting, this is some Palo Santo. It's holy wood. Just as we're on this call, I've just been kind of clearing the space a little bit for us. Anything that's kind of not for our higher good helps, Palo Santo helps clear that away, okay? So take a couple of deep breaths. Some of you haven't been keeping up on your homework. Some of you haven't read the couple chapters. Some of you are doing great. Some of you are causing results. There's a whole wide of things going on, okay? Let all of that go, because we're all right now recommitting to our desires. We're recommitting to having faith and trusting all of this. James, do you want to just tell us what the ingredients for the cocktail of creation is?
Sure. So cocktail of creation consists of belief, clarity, focus, faith, urgency, decisive action, tenacity, and gratitude. Okay? Your fortune is in your faith. Okay? This week it's about faith. We've covered a few of the other topics, right? Belief, clarity, focus. Now we're on faith. Faith shifts your focus off the past and opens up new opportunities that'll create a new reality. Okay? Faith also raises your frequency. We also spoke several weeks ago about the universe and everybody and everything carrying a vibration and a frequency. Faith raises your frequency to be able to manifest your desires. It also helps you grow into a new identity, okay? Alluding to those upgraded conversations that I mentioned a little bit ago, right? New identity comes with that. Faith also strengthens your relationship with universal intelligence, right? It strengthens your abundance mindset, okay? You have faith that it's there, then it's there. If you don't have faith that it's there, then it's definitely not, right? Also, let's talk about gratitude, right? So this week is faith and gratitudinal gold. Gratitude unites you with universal intelligence. Okay, being grateful matches your frequency with the frequency of the universe via thoughts and feelings of love. And gratitude allows you to raise the energy you meet each situation with. You know, the spaces that Erlinda and I have been in the last couple weeks have been testing, to say the least. And you can't see the silver lining through victim goggles. I just happened to glance down at page 158. Can't see the silver lining through victim goggles, right? Woe is me. Never helped anybody. If you can find a way to be thankful for the contrast that shows up, and if you can find a way to be grateful for the opportunity that experiencing the contrast provides in terms of growth and expansion, there are valuable lessons to be learned in that, you guys, and that's where the heart of it is. I know that you guys get that. I know that we've all been through stuff. I hope that contributes something to whatever space you're in. So belief, clarity, focus, faith, urgency, decisive action, tenacity, and gratitude.
Yeah. So there's some of you might have like really great, like if you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And this is the ingredients for the cocktail of creation, belief, right? You might rate yourself on your beliefs like, right? Like I'm a 10. I went through my belief systems. I transformed them. I'm a 10 there. My clarity on what I want is about a 4, right? So just take a minute, write down in your notebooks. I want you to write the ingredients. So it's belief, clarity, focus. Actually, Sarah, can you write it down in the comments or somebody? It's belief, clarity, focus, faith, urgency, decisive action, tenacity, and gratitude. I want you guys to start looking to see what's your ranking in those. Okay, like where are you at in those? Are you like at a 10 in your clarity of your vision? Are you in like a 3 in your belief system? Like you're just now doing that chapter where you're identifying what your beliefs are? What about your focus, right? James and I, what we're dealing with right now is the faith, right? And what we're going to do to kind of increase that faith is do a bunch of gratitude, right? So if you didn't catch that, I'm hoping somebody will write it down below. I know we have a little bit of a delay, but the point is start to look and start to assess, where are you? And what, go back to that chapter and start to look to see what can I do to increase my clarity or my focus, right? Or my urgency. Go ahead.
And if you guys haven't done the assignment, or the exercise, rather, at the end of the chapter, make a list every evening before bed of 10 things you're grateful for. I'm not always the best at this. But that brings a certain energy to the completion of your day. and brings your momentum to a certain place where you can pick it back up in the morning, or whenever you wake up.
James, give us 5 things you're grateful for right now.
I'm grateful for book club, that's for sure. I'm grateful for my own fortitude of character. I'm grateful for the opportunity to put myself on display in hopes that it contributes to someone else. I'm definitely grateful for you, Erlinda, for being on the journey with me and you know, since December of 2016 when you started throwing oils on me. You know, what a wake-up call. And I'm especially grateful for all the love that's around me. 15, 20 minutes ago, I wouldn't have been able to say that. But I'm definitely grateful for all the love that's around me.
And just as you were saying it, and you guys notice as he started, he was just kind of going through the I'm grateful, and the more he did it, the more he got really present. You actually got present to there's love around you. Yes? You got present to the commitment that we had. You got re-presence to that inside of the gratitude, okay? So, James, you don't have to do this, but because I'm girly, this is what I do. I am so grateful, okay? And I move the energy. I like, eek, right? It helps the energy. I am so grateful that you showed up today with me. You get that?
I do.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for all the people watching and all the people that will watch. You know, like literally we have 2,000 to 5,000 people watching these videos. Okay. The impact, I am grateful for whatever people can glean from it, whatever people can go out there and make a difference for whatever they want in their life. Or even if they know that they're not alone or abandoned, right? And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that, you know, we have a lot of people who were willing to hold my hand this week, you know, and I'm grateful to my clients who allowed me the space this week to deal with what I needed to deal with, right? So can you notice that it's this experience, raising the frequency, being grateful matches your frequency with the frequency of the universe. Okay. And yes, it is cheesy. I am so grateful, right? It is cheesy. I'm not gonna lie, but it changes. It changes the physiology. Okay. And you know, literally, if I would have been doing my little gratitudes this last 2 weeks, I probably would have been different, right? So really, the bonus assignment for all of us is to gratitude. And if you need to hear my voice in the background and like be annoying, like, eek, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I'm so grateful, right? See, it makes you laugh and it changes, okay? So, you know, if you have oils, put some oils on. If you have gratitude, put some make that gratitude, but really feel it. The moment James got present to that he's not alone and that he's surrounded by love, right? And the transformation he had in December, the whole experience of who you were shifted. Right? Just like I got present to, like, I mean, I was kind of like, well, if he doesn't show up, it'll be fine. But then when I was saying my gratitude, I was like, oh my God, no, I'm really profoundly grateful that you showed up and played. So thank you. So you guys, this was a really, really great chapter. If you haven't read it yet, I definitely recommend it. Faith strengthens your self-confidence. Okay? Remember we were talking about the unshakable faith in yourself and the universe? Read this chapter, start to build the muscle. We are building the muscle to change the mindset. Now it's time to build the muscle to increase our faith. unshakable faith in ourselves. How many people wake up with unshakable faith in themselves? Really? I mean, really, okay? That's the goal. Go to bed, do your gratitudes, right? Unshakable faith in yourself and the universe. One thing that Jen talks about that I thought was really, really fascinating, given what's just what we've been dealing with, right, is faith helps you shape shift. And I thought that was kind of like, what does she mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, does she mean, I didn't really quite get it, right? But faith helps you shapeshift. It's relinquishing your attachment to your present/old identity. That's all that happened this last 2 weeks for James and I. Our identities of who we knew ourselves to be were in question. It got whatever, I don't even know, some weird word that I would say right now that you guys would laugh at me, but I don't know. It got, I don't know, muddled or whatever. I was going to say befuddled, but I don't know if that's the word or not. But it's like, right? It's our old identities were getting brought into question. Oh my God, I'm a failure. Oh my God, I was abandoned. Oh my God, like whatever we were saying from that little prince, right? These calls and this weekly gym muscle to change the mindset, if you're on these calls, chances are you are making shifts, small or large, and start to notice the shape shifting happening. Okay? And really, like, are you willing? And I think you remember this. I was like, bam, are you willing to kill off your old identity for what you desire? And that's what it comes down to. And for, about 2 weeks, James and I were like, I don't know if we're willing. We're not willing. I don't know. Right? But we showed up, and that's half the battle. Okay? So show up, practice, build the muscle, change the mindset, increase the faith. Okay? Now I'm a little bit on a rant because I think I got so excited with the gratitude. I'm like, whoa. Anyways, James, anything else you want to say before we go into closing? Or if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it down below. We would love to hear something. This is what it looks like when you are experiencing gratitude. You get it, you guys? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, like Erlinda speaking, both of us at the beginning of the video versus us now, our energy is completely different, right? Erlinda's smiling. She's got a big, big smile. It's taking up the whole screen. And, it's, the energy is totally different, right? That's what, in the chapter, right? Read the chapter, you guys. It's 12 pages, 14 pages, something like that. Goes really quick. She talks about the energy of gratitude. It's the energy of gratitude is the energy of love. And if we bring that to our conversation about money specifically, right? Given it's the Get Rich Book Club. One, there's no lack of things to be grateful for if you remember to pay attention. And two, you got to remember money is currency and currency is energy. So if we do the reverse, right? This saying always comes to mind. Multiplication is commutative, meaning that what's true going forward is true going backwards. And when it comes to money, right? If money is currency and currency is energy, right? And if the energy of love is at a high frequency, right? Then you bring the energy of love and gratitude, right? That translates to currency, which then translates to what?
Money. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Thank goodness. Woo.
Right?
So, let me give it back to you. It's like money is currency, and currency is energy, right? And if we are vibrating at a high frequency, such as love, which is like a level 500, or gratitude, right? And we take it backwards because multiplication, something, something. Then it's like if we are exhibiting love and gratitude, right? It increases our currency, which increases our money. I like it. Great. Okay, so any questions? I know we're at a little bit of a delay, so we're just going to kind of wrap up here. But if you have any questions or anything you just want to share or acknowledge, anything, just anything you want to share, just feel free to comment below or in our closed book group, okay? So thank you. Thank you, James. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Thank you for sharing your support, for allowing us to be however we are, and really showing up here, okay? For being in the gym of transforming your mindset for wealth, okay? Don't forget to do the money mantra stuff, right? Like if you get the money mantra, notice all the stuff that comes up in the way of that. I don't know if this is the money mantra. Can you just tell me what the money mantra is for? Is that
so? Yeah. So this week's money mantra is: I love money, and I'm grateful every day that it's surrounding me with its glorious goodness.
Is that accurate? I just didn't check. Aw, Anna, thank you. We're grateful for you too. Will you check your book, James, just to make sure that's the correct one? Oh, you did. Okay, good. I love money, and I'm grateful every day that it's surrounding me with this glorious goodness. Wonderful. So I have a bonus assignment for you guys, okay? Bonus assignment for those, A-plussers, or what do they call the really smart people?
Overachievers.
Overachievers, yes. Make a list of 100 things you are grateful for.
What?
100. Yes. Yay, money. 100 things that you're grateful for. You'll notice you'll start off with like, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful, la, la, la. And then build up the energy like I did. I am so grateful. That is it, folks. We have about 5 minutes left. I haven't gotten a text in a while. Oh, wonderful. Can someone on my team make a note of that so that we can make sure that that's taken care of? Anna? That's easy. Okay, great, Kim.
That's easy.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, got it. So yes, Kim, we will check into that. Thank you so much for letting us know that. Anna, I think, or Sarah, can you make a note for me? That would be really great so we can follow that up. All right, 100 things. I don't know, man. That's a lot, but it will change the frequency, okay? And then maybe the last 5, you do the Erlinda gratitude, like, I'm so grateful, okay? Build that energy up. Okay, you guys, anything else? We're just going to wait here for a minute.
I have a bonus to the bonus. So if you, 322 was the last one. Yeah, Kim. So we took a week off for Easter. So whatever. Oh, you're talking about text message. Sorry. Kim.
Yeah,
Kim
we'll look into it.
322 was the last. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you for that, Kim. Yeah. So bonus to the bonus. Once you do the 100 items that you are grateful for, put on the closed Facebook group what you got out of that exercise. Bonus bomb.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, Rebecca. Do that. Share the space that you find yourself in. Share the emotion that you're feeling. Share the
experience.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, share the experience.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe you were cold at the start, and then after you did the 100, maybe you were just like sweating. I don't know. or maybe you felt so good that you went for like a 10-mile run. I don't know. But do that and share the results that you get. Mercury does help things happen.
Yes, thank you, Diane. Absolutely.
Real quick, I also want to give a shout out to the team. Thank you for going on the journey with us, for doing all the work behind the scenes that I don't know that you even do. Really, thank you. Because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And Erlinda, thank you. I'm grateful for you for having the crazy idea to call me up that day while I was making breakfast. Say, we're doing a book club. And despite me being like, no way in hell, you're like, yeah. And here we are. Because it helps me grow. It helps me grow, and it helps me become a better man. It helps me become more of a man who I want to be. Yeah. If that makes sense. So thank you for having the vision. Because none of us would be here without that vision.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, James, because little did you know, you made a little comment called, oh my gosh, I really want, like people around me to be successful so we can all elevate together, right? Like a rising tide lifts all ships. Now you didn't say that, but that was like, you were like, I'm going this way, right? And I just took that statement and, came up with this. But really with this, with the oils, in the gym every week doing this book club, really we're out to make a difference. So thank you. And profoundly, I love you and thank you. Okay. Yeah. We're going to rock this. And one day we're going to look back and be like, remember that chapter, Faith? Remember how messed up we were about it? Just a quick reminder, you guys, for those of you who want to go, we're going to be going to Naperville, April 19th, I believe, and my team should let me know because I don't remember the details, when Sincero is going to be at a bookstore. So we thought it would be really fun to get a bunch of us together to go up there and meet the author, right? And really, really, really kind of just show our gratitude for what she's created in this book that's allowed us to meet every week and really build the muscle for our mindset. So if you're in Chicago or in Naperville, reach out in the closed Facebook group and let's get a group together and let's go show some support to Jen Sincero, you guys. So that is so amazing. Thank you from the bottoms of our hearts. And we will see you next week. Woo!
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.